PRPL Hayes 101 says save us DJ lol.
You should be saved.
PRPL Hayes 101 says back.
You should be saved.
Says back.
Right, I'm gonna... my gloves don't work very well.
Great Scott 87 says forward.
With touching that phone, so I need to just be careful now. I think that was my fault. I think I pressed the stop streaming button. So yeah, that really was my fault, that one. So, these are our last bits. I'm going to be interested actually to look back at the VOD, because these are the type of jobs I think sometimes that when you're on a tripod you don't actually get to see kind of what we're actually doing or what I'm poking around at, but I'm hoping that this gives us maybe a much better idea of, you know, what I'm cutting and all these little bits that I'm picking up.
I need to find out where your allotment is so I can take a plane over and sit and eat all the fresh strawberries LUL.
Oh, do you know what, Purple Haze? You are more than welcome when you come over here to just sit in here all day and just relax. It is the most relaxing place I kind of know of, really. Right, should we go and... what is the time? I think we've got time to... I think we've got time to maybe work on a row of strawberries, and then the other row I could probably catch up on at the weekend. Right, this is going to go in my bag of rubbish over here. Sorry, I've left chat behind. Oh no! My, we've got a disaster. My compost bin, we've got to go and find those. Oh, I thought we were okay. We've lost the compost bin lids. Right, we've got a mission now. Right, you... Right. Okay. Oh, no. Right, where are the compost bin lids? Oh, they could be anywhere. They could have gone for miles. Right, let's get... right, you can stay here with the strawberries because we're going to do that job next. Right, we've got a quick change of plan, chat. Let's go and have a look, see if I can find my compost bin lids. Right, you've got 100% right, I don't need the battery. What have we got over here? A whole mess of stuff, okay. I'm a bit upset actually that we've lost our dustbin, not our dustbin, our compost bin lids. Right, where's the coffee gone in here? Okay, right, so if this is a piece of shed roof that probably came from maybe that shed, or did it come from that shed? Right. Oh, I think my lids are well gone. We didn't see any lids earlier, did we, when we went this way? Oh no. I think that's it. I think the lids are gone. I'm going to have to make... Oh, what's this?
Matter by the sea says, oh no.
I thought we got away with it, Matt. I think that's their lid for their bin. I don't think we've got anything in the hedge here.
PRPL Hayes 101 says they went across the street.
They probably took off like bloody flying saucers. And are long gone. I don't even think that it's worth looking over on this bit. Oh no, I can't believe it. See, these people have been really clever. They've tied their lids on with little bits of string so they blow off and then they just end up here. However, mine have just gone. Oh well, I don't... To be honest, I don't think it's really worth looking around because I think they're like gone. Well, I suppose we've still got a greenhouse, which is a bonus. Compost lids, bit unfortunate. So the park's just over here, Purple Face.
Greet Scott 87 says you can surely get a replacement lid easily enough.
Maybe. Tickham!
Oh, yay, I see it.
Oh, you've seen it? Oh, the park.
Says Tita Canoe can to enough ray to canoe wiggle Tita Canoe can to enough ray to canoe wiggle Tita Canoe can to enough ray to canoe wiggle Tita Canoe can to enough ray to canoe wiggle Tita Canoe can to enough ray to canoe wiggle Tita Canoe can to.
Tickham, good afternoon, and Tickham's community. Welcome to Paradise.
Ray to canoe wiggle Tita Canoe can to enough ray to canoe wiggle Tita Canoe can to enough ray to canoe wiggle Tita Canoe can. Jenny Just Rock says Tita Canoe can to enough ray.
Welcome.
Tita Canoe can to enough ray to canoe Tita Canoe can to enough ray to.
Welcome in, Raiders, welcome in, Raiders, welcome in. I heard that Tickham was eating pizza. I don't know whether that was a rumour.
Says haha. LPL Hayes 101 says LUL.
I don't know whether that was a rumour or whether that was actually truth. But I was thinking, ooh, I do really like pizza. And it says a stray hat. It's not mine though. So yeah, Scott, I think I might have to buy some lids. I don't think there's any lids around here that are just mine. Don't even know what way the wind was blowing on Friday when the storm was here, so I could be looking in totally the wrong place for compost lids. But yeah, no, maybe I'll just cut some wood, some round wood, or I'll find something and make a lid. The compost bins.
Scott 87 says, well, if you get new lids, you now know how to secure them like those other ones.
Oh yeah, no, they're really clever.
Says DJ Tech 1 IRL, DJ Tech 1 love DJ Tech 1 IRL.
They're really clever. I should have.
Slipstream Oich says you're a lid.
I'm not a lid, I've lost my lid! You know the wind we had the other day? Here's a lid. Is this mine? Do we think that this is one of my lids? Sorry chat, I'm going to have to put you in my pocket. Don't know if this is this my lid? Can't even tell. Does look like... Where did it come from? Do you think this is...
87 says sounds windy enough now that they can still be flying.
Do you think that's my lid? Because I am a lid. Well, I'm going to have this lid because I can't see any compost bins local.
Says DJ on the Rob. Matter by the Sea says finders keepers.
Well, yeah, I need a lid, and this could be. If it fits, we'll have it. If it.
Scott 87 says see if it fits. If you do take it and it's someone else's, then they can just take it back.
Oh, yeah. Right, that fits. So I'm gonna. Is it the same colour? It's not quite the same colour. The same colour as that one? No, it's not the same colour as that one either. I don't think it is mine, actually, to be honest. It's not even the same colour as any of these. Well, I'll have it temporarily. Oh. Oh. So what was Ticking up to? Was he eating pizza then?
Put your mark on the lid.
Yeah, I should. Right, let's have a quick look around, see if we can find any more lids lying around.
Greet Scott 87 says, but maybe other people have done the same and taken your lids, so it's say just take them.
Yeah. See, I can't see that there's any other lids like just randomly. I can't see that there's any other compost bins with missing lids, so maybe that is mine, maybe it isn't. It's not, because it's not the same colour. I'm really upset about my lid. Maybe in the corner somewhere it's blown off. Ah, there's another lid. Don't know whether that's mine or not. Is there any compost bins around here? Really? I don't think it's mine though. It's too far away, I would have thought. No, I think that's too black. I think it is too black. Ah, yeah, there's compost bins over there. Maybe this lid's for one of those. Huh. Well, maybe if I just have that lid. I wouldn't have thought that it would have taken the lids. Oh well. We'll just have another quick look, see if we can find any more lids anywhere. Yeah, maybe I can buy a lid. The compost bins were through the council, so maybe they're just a standard shaped compost bin that I can just buy a lid for. Oh, that one's lost a lid. That one's definitely lost a lid.
DJ Technique in the mix.
Athena6688 says well.
Athena6688, thank you for the follow. It did scare me a little bit. I was a bit like, oh, what was that? Did you see me jump a little bit? Thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. We are, on Tuesdays, going to stick with the plan. We'll come down the allotment. I said that in a bit of a funny way. We're coming down the allotment every Tuesday and we're making like one big massive story.
ALN1GHTMARE3V3 says I'm surprised the greenhouse is still standing up.
Do you know what? When I got down here, Nightmare, I said to everyone in chat, I said, the allotment looks really good. There's a lot of greenhouses that are still standing, but we did see that one's lost a bit of glass and that one over there's lost a bit of glass. So there was a few casualties, but no, Nightmare, I am really, really, really pleased. And what I'm going to do in the Discord is I'm going to make an allotment section where we can, where I can post a picture every week, and I can sort of build a bit of a story up. So far, we've pruned the apple tree. I need to get some more photos because I didn't get all the photos that I wanted to. We've pruned the apple tree. We've made a bench for all our plants to go on. We've started planting some seeds. We've pruned all of the raspberries. The asparagus bed. Oh, don't tell me about the asparagus bed.
Slipstream says it's the sunny today. Jebited that's unnerving.
It is very sunny, Slip. This is my greenhouse, Slip. This in here, I haven't got my temperature gauge in here, but I reckon we're getting up to 20 degrees in here. It's really, really, really nice. So we've planted today a few poppies. We've got our Brussels sprouts growing, and there's one just coming up there.
It's Slipstream sunny here now too.
We've got some sunflowers. We're growing sunflowers this year, Slip. I do love a sunflower. They're really such a cheerful flower. I think they've got like little characters, sunflowers. They've got such cheery, smiley, sunny faces. So the sunflowers are hopefully grown and grow away quite nicely. We've got some beetroot up the back there. But we've had a snail, and I think one of the snails definitely eaten one of my lettuces from there. But some of these other lettuces are okay. But let's put slug pellets on these while we're thinking about them. Alright. I'm going to have to just leave you there for a moment, chat, and while I sprinkle a few pellets. Oh, naughty! At least it's on a nice, healthy diet. Okay. And a couple just there. And on the peas. Okay. That is literally probably too many slug pellets. You're only supposed to use 77 per metre squared. That's way more than 77. Some people just put slug pellets down in great big piles. That's not the way to use them at all. But yeah, the snails have been really, really, really naughty and eating all my seeds. Beautiful Bernard. Okay. We've done really well this afternoon for jobs. I'm going to put the secateurs away in the kneeling pad. Oh, the kneeling pad we can have. Shall I keep my gloves out? We're going to do some work on the strawberries quickly, just to get that job going. Okay, so we don't need the secateurs anymore. We need these little snips. We need the chat phone. And the strawberries are here, Purple Haze. This is our 2 rows of strawberries. And all I want to do here, I think, is just clear up any of this dead foliage around the bottom. It doesn't matter so much if you take too much off, because these strawberry plants are all going to grow back from their buds. I'll show you their buds in a minute. You see down here all of these little bits of strawberry? They're what's going to grow into...
CRPL Haze 101 says yes.
They're going to grow into all the flowers, so it's probably just a...
Calcium 12 says strawberry plants really grow. We have it in our garden and spreads.
They do really, really spread. You know, I've had to cut these back quite a few times over the year. But yeah, all this brown stuff, a little bit of the green stuff can come out. Because what's going to happen is if you leave all of these brown leaves in, during the summer, the old dead leaves are going to want to sort of rot away. So if you've got all this old foliage that wants to rot and it gets a little bit wet on a rainy night, it's going to start to rot your nice, soft strawberries. But yeah, so that's all I'm going to do. Might have another clean up of it come the spring, but for the moment we've taken away a lot of the dead leaves. The inside looks fairly open, fairly clean, so any new growth is just going to grow really quite nicely. And in the bucket you can kind of see that it's a lot of brown leaves. There's quite a few green leaves in there, but you know, this one's dying. That one there's again going. So that's all I want to do, is just tidy them up a little bit like that. I could do one row at a time, I suppose, and then come back and do this other row. It's probably the best way of doing it. I'll tell you what, the rhubarb's probably going to be growing as well. So again, just sort of lifting up some of the newer leaves on top, exposing some of this brown rubbish at the bottom. I'm just going to pull it off. And hopefully the wind and the rain will kind of do the rest of the cleaning for me.
N1NALN1GHTMARE3V3 says, how do you get an allotment if I wanted to have one?
You ring up the local council or go on your local council website. There should be a section for allotments, and on there it will either either have an application form that you can fill in, or it will guide you to someone who will add you to a physical list.
Matter by the Sea says 15-year waiting list for one in Eastbourne.
Yeah, it's a long time down here as well. I think a similar sort of wait, actually, Matt. A similar sort of wait. I was really lucky because when I applied for this allotment 20 years ago, it was about 20 years ago.
Hayes 101 says, oh wow.
Literally, I applied for the allotment and I got a phone call within 6 weeks sort of saying, oh, come down and have a look, see if you want to take on a plot. Whereas over the last few years they've become really, really, really popular, and the list is so long because not only
says that was lucky.
Not only do people want an allotment, but you've got my neighbours here, okay? They've had an allotment here, I don't know, maybe 3 years now. Maybe this is their 4th year. But they really don't do anything to their plot. So let me just show you. Oh, let me take chat phone. So their plot, they've only got one allotment. I've got 2 allotments, and their allotment goes from here to the back. But they've done very little. They've got nothing growing. This has been covered up for years with the weed suppressant. You know, there's a little bit of broccoli there, but that's going to flower now. They really don't do anything productive, I suppose is the word, down here. So you've got plots like this that people are paying for that aren't working, which isn't allowing other people to come on the land and do stuff.
87 says it's a shame to keep an allotment if they barely use it.
Yeah, I know. And then you've got these people here, and they're down as much as me.
Says they pay for it and leave it empty.
Yeah, pretty much. But the problem is, Slip, as you probably know, in the UK it's really hard to kind of evict people from homes, and it's similar sort of down the allotment. There's a big process, you know. You've got to wait for them to do no work. Then you've got to put a notice in the allotment saying, you need to cultivate, you need to work the land, and you send them a letter. I think you've got to send them like 2 or 3 letters, and then you have to put a big notice in the plot saying, if nothing's done within the next 30 days, we'll be taking it back. So there is a big, long, drawn-out process, and it's not easy.
Not like this.
Yeah, no, not like this at all. So yeah, the list does keep getting longer, but when people don't come down and do stuff, it just takes forever to kind of evict them off the plot. Yeah, the money doesn't actually go to the council anymore. I don't know what's...
101 says they know if they give it up, the chances of ever getting it back is slim and none.
Oh yeah, no, the waiting list would be like phenomenal again. So yeah, in Worthing we've gone self-management with the allotments, and basically what that means is the council have given up managing.
Scott 87 says yeah, exactly, and the council or whoever gets the money won't really care as long as it's being paid.
But as they're not managing it anymore, they're obviously not getting the income from it. So Worthing allotments are sort of self-managing the allotments. So all the money, I think, goes into one central kitty, and that is used for renovating and keeping the allotments running. So, a good example is we've just had a brand new car park put in, and this is the car park. So it's big enough, I think, to probably park maybe 6 or 7 cars in. It's a decent sized area, and I think that they would have spent, maybe £20,000 on getting this car park made for us. So yeah, over the years there is funding from everyone's allotment, and maybe from big central government as well to maintain these sites. Yeah, this was a major spend, I suppose. I'll have a chat behind. So yeah, that was a major spend, and it's obviously for the benefit of the allotment holders. Oh, wouldn't you? How much do you reckon that would cost to tarmac then? They dug it all out, they put MOT on the bottom, and then they tarmacked it, and then they tarmacked it again. So it's kind of got 2 levels of tarmac on. I don't know why they did a first level and then a second level. I think they do that on roads, so maybe it's...
says 3 to 5 grand, I'd say.
Oh, do you reckon? Oh, okay. I'm not very... I don't know how much it costs to do a job like that.
Azar0023 says £5,000.
Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe I was a bit over...
Azar0023 says tops.
Okay. I didn't know. Didn't know. Your guess is probably as good as mine. So yeah, we're just gonna go along this first row. And then probably just before March comes, we'll go through these strawberries again and just give them one more tidy up, take away anything that I did miss. But I'm hoping as well that we can do a few snack attacks down the allotment. We did one last year. It was was it a burger one? A chicken burger one, I think it was. But I'm hoping that we can get some real kind of grow some ingredients and get something going. Look at all these little wood lice. See, the wood lice are really annoying because they eat holes in my strawberries. You've got everything to cope with down here, Slip. Not only have you got the birds that eat my strawberries, you've got all the wood lice as well. We should have taken a photo of when we started on the strawberry. Mind you, you can see the row behind me.
Slipstream Oyster says, glad I don't do any gardening.
Oh,
Scott87 says you need to put them in a big tent.
are you really glad that you don't do any gardening? I really love coming down here, Slip. I know that, when I get home I'm probably going to go, oh, my fingers are a little bit cold. Probably moan about this and that.
He says, I can't wait to get a garden.
Probably, moan about my knees and everything else. But I really love it, Slip. This is my little piece of paradise. I just really love...
Streamoich says I have a garden. It looks like World War III already hit.
Oh, some people hate gardening.
Says LUL.
Some people absolutely hate gardening.
Matter by the Sea says LUL.
But, Matt, all the advice that I can give you, right, is just poke around little and often. And that is all you need to do with a garden. A little bit here, a little bit there, and you can keep it under control.
Scott87 says I have 2 gardens. One is used as dog's toilet, so I guess that keeps soil good, right?
Well, probably not.
Slipstream says maybe I should rent my garden out as a free allotment.
Yeah, maybe. If it's your garden, Slip, and you're not using it, why not, eh? It means that someone's already got an allotment, you've got someone to look after your garden, and just imagine, after you've finished work, you can go and sit in your garden that's full of vegetables that someone else grows for you. I think that's... and pays you for the allotment as well. Yeah, that's a good idea, Slip. Oh, guys, I've got some news, actually. If any of you are interested, there's some streamers going to Amsterdam this weekend, I believe. You will catch... This is Kurt, Slipstream, Rational IRL, This is Kurt, and they're all going to Holland. I think Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday they're going to be there, so if you fancy a little bit of action at the weekend, I would give everyone shout outs, but I can't take my gloves off because otherwise my hands are going to get all dirty. But yeah, you can catch Slipstream, JC, This is Kurt, there's a few R's in there.
Slipstream which says a bit of action.
A bit of action, so I hear, Slip. It's all going to be going off in Amsterdam, Rotterdam. Oh, they're going to go, hopefully, to Ski Hut. So if anyone knows of the Twitch channel Ski Hut, at Praise Ski, I think they're going there, so I believe. Well, I think that's what Ticken said. I think you're meeting up with Linny Walks as well. I don't know whether you're meeting up with Ray Dempter as well. Again, loads and loads. Oh, it's like StreamerCon, isn't it?
Which says being sent to Ski Hut against my will.
Oh, are you? Don't you like Ski Hut? Oh, I love Ski Hut. I hope when me and Ticken go on the wacky rally that we're going to go to the Ski Hut for a couple of days. Well, not a couple of days, but a couple of days before the rally. Oh, I really love Ski Hut, Slip.
Matter by the Sea says wacky races.
The wacky races. You know all about the wacky races, don't you, Matt? Me and Ticken, we are teaming up and we are going to take our Twitch channels all the way to Barcelona. All the way to Barcelona, I'll tell you.
NALN1GHTMARE3V3 says ScuffCon.
ScuffCon, indeed. I think there's a website for it, isn't there? ScuffCon.com.
Says can't wait. Slipstream which says TV, haha.
TV? Slipstream TV? I think we'll get to the end of this row and then we'll call it a day. We've had a pretty good run down here today. And then I need to go to the Chinese shop and get some ingredients, I think. I need some rice noodles. Do you know what? I really love cooking at the moment. There's times in my life where sometimes I'm like, fuck, I really don't want to cook. I really hate cooking. But at the moment I'm on a real kind of cooking buzz. I wish I knew, I wish I had like an Asian friend.
Matter by the Sea says I'm into my cooking too.
Yeah, you go through stages, or I definitely go through stages, and at the moment I'm definitely in one of my cooking phases. But I really wish I had like an Asian friend, like, I don't know, someone from Thailand or China or Vietnam.
Says, does anyone want to come cook for me for a while?
Just so that, you know, I could go round and, you know, just watch their mum or their dad cook. Because, you know, I can cook a shepherd's pie and a roast dinner, but I just don't know the finer points of, like...
says I came from Southeast Asia.
Ah, so, do you do a lot of Asian cooking or not so much anymore? But yeah, typically, you know, English or American dishes, you know, I can knock up just like that. But if you asked me to make, I don't know...
Dublin90 says we enjoy spicy food.
Crispy shredded beef. I would know that we would need beef, but I don't know any other ingredients. Don't know whether you can buy packs of crispy. What's your favourite thing to cook, Matt?
The Sea says I'm making a slow-cooked beef stew.
Oh, nice. I do like stews. Can't go wrong with a stew, to be honest. But, you know, have you got any sort of speciality cuisines, you know, maybe Mexican or Chinese or something that you
Matt
really...
says I do like making a roast.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
Matabida C says I also love fajitas.
Oh yeah, no, fajitas are good. Demon Days was talking about Mexican food the other week, and yeah, Mexican food is really nice. See, this plant here, I really do need to take a few more leaves off, but I think it's going to leave the crown too exposed. What we're trying to do as well is leave the crown just a little bit protected, because I know that the weather is getting better, but you can also get some really bad weather in February, and even going into March. But no, we've done really well this afternoon down here. And I'm hoping that, you know, over the weeks we're going to start to build up. You know, we're getting a bit of a picture built. And
Matabida C says I like making a hash too. Lots of random things chopped up into kind of a slop, haha.
I kind of like it when it goes wrong as well, because you do learn from your mistakes. You do learn from your mistakes.
Matabida C says yeah, I made some disgusting soup once.
Disgusting soup. So yeah, getting all these dead leaves out is going to do us a favour, I think. It's going to stop all these wood lice as well, I think, living in there, eating all these dead bits of stuff. And hopefully, if it's a little bit colder in there, they're going to move out.
Matabida C says yeah, I think I did a DJ like with those mouldy things you accidentally cooked.
Right, this is, so you can sort of see where we've been.
I was wondering why the stream had no sound for a few minutes, then realised I was wearing the wrong headphones.
So this is our row of strawberries. They look really good actually. I'm kind of tempted to go back down the other way.
Matabida C says classic. Chaplain 90 says so far been cooking stir-fried vegetables. Haven't got the courage to cook something with species. In Indonesia we have a lot of them. I haven't got my hands around it.
See, Indonesian food is something that I'd really like to try. I know that there's a lot of Indonesian people in the Netherlands. So I know that Indonesian cuisine's quite popular, or you know, it's one of those takeaways that is easier to get hold of.
Matabida C says and in Indonesia.
Oh yeah, and in Indonesia as well. Yeah, I think we're going to have to just go along this other row as well. It won't take us too long. It didn't take us too long on that other row.
Chaplain 90 says yes. In Netherlands there are a lot of Indonesians.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think every country has a population of, I suppose, foreigners. I think England had a lot of Indians back in, sort of, I suppose, the 60s, which is why we've got a lot of Indian restaurants, I think. So yeah, just trying to clean these up a little bit.
one that you can try.
Oh, okay. I can't stop thinking about Ticken's Pizza. I'm going to have to go and watch his VOD to see what he's up to. A lunchtime pizza, eh? We're going to make pizza on Snack Attack in a few weeks. This week, coming, Thursday, we're making birthday cake. So that's going to be nice. Then what we're going to make? I don't know. My mind just went blank. It was just like, birthday cake. I like birthday cake. Okay, so some of these strawberries this side are probably a bit windswept. That's why we've lost so many leaves. Alright, let me bring the chat phone with me.
Scott87 says, I think you need to try spring rolls again.
Oh yeah, no, spring rolls, they worked pretty well the first time, and then we revisited them, and they kind of were a bit disastrous. So yeah, I think you're right, Scott, that we probably should revisit spring rolls. I'm going to try and go for a bit of an Asian, you know how sometimes I do a bit of a themed Snack Attack for a few weeks. I want to do like an Asian sort of themed one. So yeah, maybe we'll try spring rolls again. But this time they'll be like fully, I think they weren't fully cooked, were they?
Scott87 says, no, I don't think so.
I think the fat or the oil was too hot, and the pastry.
87 says you could make like wonton soup or something too.
Wonton soup, yeah. Yeah, definitely. See, I think that these strawberries will all grow back. But I think they've been blown a bit too much this side, and they're just looking a little bit windswept at the moment. Ah. Yeah. Ah. Trucker Bandit with his community and 28 raiders. Welcome raiders, welcome raiders, welcome raiders. I'm DJ.
DJ Technique in the mix.
And
25 says bandit raid, ultra well past deal.
we have got Bandit raid. It's all going off. It's all going off, Shelby. Ah, Mrs. Jungles, Dawn Jury. All the names that I recognise. Hello, Dawn. How you doing? It's not. Usually, I say good morning, Dawn. How are you? Morning, Mrs. Jungles. How are you? Morning, Bandit. How you doing?
Farmer Blue as he says raid ultra el pasti 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 kappa kappa ultra hype ultra hype ultra hype ultra hype boyo ultra uno ultra uno ultra uno ultra uno ultra uno ultra uno ultra els withdraw.
Welcome in, everyone. I am DJ, and we are at the Allotment. Every Tuesday is our Allotment stream, and we've not had a bad day, really.
Says you're growing tired.
Oh yeah, no, I am growing tyres. Let me give you a quick look around, see what we're doing, Dawn. We have literally for the last, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes, half hour, been working on the strawberries.
Please do.
So we've just been sort of tidying up the strawberries. This is what they kind of looked like before, and this is kind of what we look like after. I think this row here has been battered by the wind, but the row at the back seems to be doing a little bit better. So they are the strawberries.
Have you tried no dig?
I'm kind of doing something similar to that this year. I used to dig the whole allotment and then plant rows of what I need, but this year, this is kind of my experiment of no dig. So what I'm doing, this is where we're going to plant our peas, guys. This row here.
Farmer Lewis says it's a nice allotment. Kind of small though. 87 says I go take meds and get some dinner. Bye everyone. Happy Tuesday.
See you later, Scott. Be good. I'll give you a call later. So I'm not going to dig. This is going to be a path, and I'm not going to dig this row. And we're going to plant some mange 2 here as well. So I think. So I think we're going to have a row of mange 2 there. And then in the front we're going to have maybe a few lettuces and a few beetroot and a few radish. But this bit of ground here, I'm literally just going to hoe, I'm not going to dig. And then when we go to plant something in the area, if I need the ground, then I'm going to dig it. So I am kind of doing a no-dig allotment this year, but yeah, just doing the bits that we really need to. This bit here I think we're going to grow onions in, Dawn. And where's this bag come from? That's a bit strange. Oh, it's a bag of someone's rubbish. I'll leave it there, I'll tidy it up later. These...
He says I would be willing to come and plough it, but I guess it would be one pass with my 45 row plough.
It probably would be one pass. It'd be really helpful if you could. That'd be really, really, really kind. So we've got this row of winter cabbage. We've got some small ones that I don't know are ever going to grow into anything big. But I've got one big one left. So I'll probably eat that in a couple of weeks with my Sunday dinner. Plenty of swede. I probably grew far too much swede. There's some really big ones, there's some medium-sized ones, but yeah, one row of swede is way, way, way more swede than I'm ever going to eat. Onions I think we're going to plant up there.
Problem is that I am in Belgium, so it would take a while.
Ah, yes, it might take a little bit of a time. These are the leeks. These are our winter leeks. You can see there's a big patch missing in the middle and a few down the edge. Those are the fat ones that I've taken home for dinner. And there's still a few here, Dawn, that, you know, are going to make it sort of dinner soup. This one's fattened up really nicely now. That one's probably 2 or 3 fingers. Probably 2 fingers wide once you've stripped a couple of these old leaves off. But yeah, we've got the leeks there. They're doing well.
Goat Farmer Boozy says you should grow some stevia. Nice that.
Stevia.
He says very nice DJ laughing face.
I've been kind of introduced to stevia, but I don't know whether I would actually grow it. We're going to plant potatoes here, Dawn. So
Farmer Boozy says my goats love it.
we're going to have a row of earlies and 2 rows of main crop. This is where our asparagus grows, and I've still got this little bit of ground there to tidy up. Our raspberries, we've pruned our raspberries today. This is a primo cane raspberry and it fruits on this year's canes. But I have left 4 canes of last year's because I will get raspberries off of those 4 canes there in about May. So I will get like a sneak preview of some raspberries and then all the other younger shoots will come up, so that's good. Under here, Dawn, is our rhubarb. I'm forcing some rhubarb. So hopefully we should get some nice pink, soft, tender stems. And you can kind of see at the moment, you know, it's all starting to shoot, you know, the rhubarb. So we are getting to that time of year where things are starting to grow. But yeah, a long way away I think from getting some rhubarb. But I don't know, this one here, maybe the next month or so.
He says we have a massive wild rhubarb at the bottom of the garden. It grows Says rhubarb is nice.
So yeah, every 3 or 4 years I force the rhubarb,
Says tasty.
and you get a much tender, a much more pinker, a much more sweeter stem.
UK says afternoon, everyone.
But it really does suck the life out of a rhubarb, so you shouldn't do it every year.
Laundry says hey at Kiyomi_hook.
Hello Kaz, how you doing? How are you doing? This is my really messy shed. We've got the potatoes that we're chitting for planting.
Hi, you're at Laundry DJ Tech One Love.
We've got the onions that we're going to plant in that area that I sort of highlighted to you. And yeah, so this kind of my messy shed of just like, it's a pirate's room, but actually if you come this side you will see exactly what that room is about. It's Dad's den. I am Dad, and that's my den.
PRPL Hayes 101 says, wow, you really do plant a lot. Can't wait till things are well on their way in the spring and such.
So in here...
_UK says it's all looking good.
In here, Dawn...
I would need a zombie sign in my shed, LUL.
In here, Dawn, we've got a couple of things happening. We've got a gutter of peas growing, and I'm hoping that area that I showed you for the peas, we're going to be able to slip this in as it's grown and grow another sort of half packet of peas. So we're going to have sort of maybe an early half and a late half. We've got shallots, lettuce, Brussels sprouts.
Says I would swap my firstborn for a glass greenhouse. P.
Sunflowers,
No dig.
beetroot.
Chickens in a movable pen and move them around. They'll dig up the ground.
Oh.
_UK says pleased to see you didn't get damage from Eunice.
No, I was pleased actually that the greenhouse is still standing.
73 says hi DJ and chat.
Hello Helio, how you doing, man? Welcome to the allotment, our little piece of paradise in the urban jungle. And some poppies. I don't know whether the poppies are going to grow, but yeah, I've got 40 little cells. So when these grow, I'll just pop the plants out and just sort of, I don't know, plant them somewhere.
PRPL Hayes 101 says hiya, hello.
The leeks that we saw outside Dawn.
Hello 73 says hi, PRPL Hayes 101.
I've dug 2 up and I cut them down to 6 inches, so these were nicely sort of straight at the top, but over the last few weeks they've continued to grow. But what I'm going to be doing with these is they're going to throw up I don't know whether the flower spike is here yet. No, there's no flower spike. Oh, down here is the flower spike, right at the bottom. Has this one got one? No, I don't think so. This one has. Okay, so you can feel the flower just kind of forming right down in the heart of the leek at the moment. What's going to happen as spring continues is the leeks are going to throw up a really long flower head, and it's like a pom-pom really. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all the flowers off of the leek. And you're like probably thinking, no, why are you going to cut all the flowers off? Well, I'm going to cut all the flowers off because a leek is very clever. Once it's lost its flowers, it then grows baby leek plants from the old flower head. And the clever thing is, the other thing is that then
90 says can't wait to see that.
They're all genetically identical to this plant here, but this plant here is actually genetically identical to this one here. And all of those out there, these aren't brothers and sisters, these are all clones, right? So if you took a little bit of leaf from this leek here, a little bit of leaf from that one there, a little bit of leaf from that one there, and just any leaf from any of these leeks and DNA sequenced them, they're all genetically identical. The reason they're genetically identical is because I've cloned them by that method that I was talking about, but these are a show variety. For some of you who don't know, I do show vegetables when the when, you know, we're not suffering from coronavirus and this, that and the other. At national level, I've won prizes as high as second prize for leeks, cabbage, shallots. I think I got third.
101 says, do you grow eggplants?
No, that's one thing I don't really grow, Purple, is eggplants. I'm not really sure that I like eggplants. Right, we're going to finish doing these strawberries, because otherwise we're not going to get home today. Eggplant's not really something that I eat. I don't know why I don't eat it.
Naomi_UK says, oh wow. Congratulations, DJ. Go Karmabuazi says there will always be differences. Genetically, they will have little mutations.
Yeah, they...
LTL 101 says, I enjoy eggplant.
They might have little genetic mutations, but, you know, in the ideal world, they are all genetically identical, so, that is that, really. But yeah, Kaz, it's really, 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 really good growing vegetables for show. You wouldn't believe how many people actually, you know, focus 100% of their energy in growing, you know, the straightest runner bean, or, you know, the biggest carrot.
We don't live in the ideal world, do we?
No, we don't. No, we definitely don't live in the ideal world, that's for sure. But yeah, no, you're totally right, goat farmer, because that is how you get kind of new breeds of plant. I used to be in charge of propagation at a nursery, and one of the ways that we would find new breeds is exactly just by taking a cutting off of an old plant. You know, say these strawberries here, right? Say there was a leaf that was just pure white, and you investigated and you went down, and one of these little crowns just had pure white leaves. It could be a virus from an aphid, it could be a genetic mutation. But what we do on the nursery, whether it's a bit of bush or a bit of plant, is you would then take a cutting of this plant.
UK says, my dad used to like growing veg back in the day, but then most clean gardeners did as it was cheaper.
And then you would grow that to a bigger plant, and it would turn out that all the leaves would be white, and you would kind of have a new variety. So on the nursery, you would trial it, you would grow, you know, 50, 100, 1,000 of them, and just sort of bulk the crop up to see what it was like. You know, it might...
101 says that would be cool to see that process.
Let me make some phone calls, Purple Haze, and I'll see if we can go on a nursery visit. They've got like a trials ground and stuff like that, and hopefully they will let us onto the nursery just to have a look around, and hopefully I'll be able to show you, you know, some of the differences within...
101 says, ooh, yes, that would be fun.
Within the crop. So yeah, leave that with me, and I'll see if I can speak to my old boss and see if we can get access to the nursery. The problem is with kind of new breeding and stuff like that, sometimes they like to keep it a little bit secret, but I think they'd be alright, actually. I'll give my old manager a ring, or drop him a text, should I say, and hopefully I can sort something out for later on in the spring, once they've got all their stuff growing. I'm gonna I was gonna pull that off, but I'm not. I'm gonna leave that there.
Chaplin 90 said, based on your experience, what veggies are the trickiest to grow?
If you're going at a show kind of level, you're probably talking things like celery, Celery's an 18-point vegetable. Leeks, again, are an 18-point vegetable. But if you're talking about maybe for the gardener, the hardest things to grow, I'd probably say, you know, what would be the hardest thing? Do you know what? I don't think anything is particularly hard to grow. I think the hardest thing is finding maybe your own personal motivation to actually come down to your garden and water stuff, keep things alive. Oh, come on. I think that's the thing. I think it's us that causes a lot of the problems. You know, if you had a hard day at work and you get home and you're like, oh, can't really be bothered to go down the allotment and do some watering. I think
101 says, "Lol, tell the poor plants I killed it's not hard kappa."
I think that's the thing that you know, after a hard day's at work, sometimes you don't want to go down the allotment and do your watering and your weeding. But I definitely find little and often is the best. Little and often is definitely the best. Even
maybe finding what grows in the soil you have.
Yeah, you know, what I find is every year there's something different that doesn't grow. So last year, right at the end of the year, I had a problem with carrots. The carrots just weren't really growing very well. Some years, you know, it might be parsnips, other years it might be potatoes. So yeah, every year something else doesn't grow as well as it did last year. Right, one last plant to do, and that is us done, guys, for another week. We've had a good week, actually. We've done loads of jobs. Next week, really, I want to get that area tidied up there. I was hoping we could maybe do it today. I wasn't actually planning on doing the strawberries, but Purple Haze did mention them, and I thought, oh, actually, it could be a good time to just clean these up, because it's not going to be too long now before everything really does start growing.
90 says, "Lol, I'd rather lay on grass than killing the plants. Haven't been successful to grow plants from seed."
Sometimes it might be that they're overwatered, it could be that they're underwatered. It really is an art growing plants. Some people are really green fingered and, you know, can grow most things really quite easily. And I've got a friend and she is absolutely, you know, she can kill a cactus. She really can.
73 says, "All I manage to grow is weeds kappa."
A weed, Helio, is only a plant that you don't want in your garden. That is all a weed is. Okay, so
101 says, "Less than sounds like me." Rational says, "Hey, I killed a cactus."
yeah, my daughter's killed a couple of cactuses as well. That is us done, I think, for today. Oh, I don't want to pull that bit off, but it just came off in my hands.
Trick 2020 says, "Hello."
Hello, Trick. How you doing, man? How you doing? So this is...
Hayes 101 says, "Great job."
This is our strawberries. Tidied up a little bit. We probably do need to go back through them in a couple of weeks and just sort of...
73 says, "If you manage to kill a plastic flower, you a good smiley face."
give them another bit of a tidy up.
Says, "Great job."
But yeah, this is kind of the start of tidying them up for the summer. We've got rid of all this crap, all this dead plant, so there's going to be plenty of air going through the... See, what you need when you grow plants is air, water, sunlight. So we're going to get lots of ventilation now, so I think they're all going to look good, actually. Really good this year.
Kiyomi_UK says, "At Hillo 73, don't laugh. I have plastic plants in the bathroom and the leaves fall off."
Oh, that's really funny, Kaz. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
73 says, "Kiyomi_UK oof."
Oh, dear me. So,
PRPL Hayes 101 says LUL.
We've kind of got to a really good position again. We've done the strawberries. I don't know how I drank my coffee. That's fine. We've planted a few seeds, and life, I think, is looking good so far. Life is looking good. A few weeks ago, we were sitting here watching the sunset. Now, we've probably got about another... where's the time? Yeah, probably got about another 20 minutes, I would have thought, before it sets, maybe even longer. So yeah, the days are getting really long now. Really long. I'm going to have a quick look on my Twitch app and see if I can find another channel for us to raid into. We're definitely not going to be raiding Ticken, and I don't think we're going to be raiding IRL Trucker Bandit. We've raided Globic recently. Dimitri I can't bloody spell because he's got the most difficult name to spell. I'm gonna send you guys.
Says you have sun and I have dark and -4. Hilo 73 says Grazy.
Yeah, I don't know what the temperature here is, Hilo, but this morning it was about 9-10 degrees, so I think we've got to be hovering around that sort of temperature now. So yeah, sunlight 10 degrees and the birds are singing, dude. I'm going to send you guys... I don't think we've raided Genghis Khan for a while, so I think I'm going to send you guys over to Florida.
101 says tie for the great and informative stream DJ, PC.
Well... I do go off the boil sometimes, Purple Haze, so you might need to ask me the same question 2 or 3 times. I think I've missed some people's questions, but answered it a little bit later and a little bit earlier, so I do apologise for that. But no, over the next sort of, I don't know, 20 weeks, 30 weeks, we'll be down here, and hopefully I'll be able to tell you guys everything, or not everything, but a lot of what I kind of understand. Okay, raid... Genghis Khan 83. Guys, it's been really cool hanging out around with you this afternoon. I think this is our 3rd or 4th week down the allotment, so yeah, no, it's starting to get good, isn't it? We've got our seeds planted. We've tidied up the strawberries. I think next week we'll do some work on the onions.
Smiley face. Rationalil says Concha, thanks for the stream.
Oh no, thanks for being here, Rational. You know.
Peony_UK says thanks, Colin. Catch up with you all again soon.
So yeah.
90 says thank you and stay healthy.
The raid, I think, is ready to go. You know, we're still February and, you know, things aren't really growing.
Trick 2020 says have a good one. You streaming any Purcell's Tommons?
We are well ahead of the game, so I think, you know, we're gonna be there. Yeah, I'll be back on Parcels tomorrow. Thursday, we're gonna be making birthday cake on Snack Attack.
23 says raid is halfway.
And Friday, who knows. The raid is ready to go. You guys are off to Florida. Guys, thanks for hanging around with us today. There's the sunset, and I will see you all tomorrow for a bit more parcel deliveries. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you all later. Have a really, 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 really good evening. Good night, everyone.